Dr. King said that the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Got to realize this. Challenges create champions. And here's the question. How do you measure your interpersonal growth as a man? What does that look like? Let's talk about it. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's going on, family? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. Come on. Yes. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Give me some big energy, family. Big energy. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. You should make sure that you like, you comment, you share, and you subscribe. We're going to have a great show today. We'll have a great show in a great way. Hit the thumbs up button on the video, like this video, and then also hit the subscribe button as well. Hit the subscribe button as well. Today we're talking about the measure of a man. How challenges create champions. That's what we're going to talk about. Measure of a man. How challenges create champions. And here's the thing. When we think about us being men, ladies, when you think about the man in your life, when you think about the men in your life, the boys in your life, son, brother, father, grandfather, husband, nephew, whatever the case may be, the list goes on and on and on. Think about this. From the time that we were born to whatever age and stage that we find ourselves in, we're always measured. Well, measured according to another man, measuring our money, measuring our status, measuring who it is that we are. It breeds competition. Man is measured specifically by the level of worth that comes from his work. We're always trying to measure ourselves up against somebody else. And here's the thing. It's hard for us, to a certain degree, for men to collaborate because they're so ingrained in the level of competition. They move into a place of competition, but not completion. They move into a place of competition, but not collaboration. Family type value. Measure of a man is not about your money, it's about your motivation. Measure of a man is not about how much loot you have, it's about how much love you have. Measure of a man is not specifically based upon your weight and your height. It's about your worth and your heart. The true measure of a man is what he is willing to let go of in order to gain. We got a lot of goals in life. But here's the thing. The goal is not so much about what it is that I want to get. It's about what I'm willing to give up to get there. And when you get to the place of what am I willing to let go of to gain, it moves me into a place of sacrifice, family type sacrifice. Talking about the measure of a man, how challenges create champions. Power of sacrifice. It speaks to the measure of a man, family type champion. Champion. I want you to affirm yourself. I want you to speak life over your life. You are a champion. All the challenges that you've been through and how God brought you through. All the challenges that you've been through and you created a championship mindset from it. The power of sacrifice speaks to the ultimate measure of a man. Why is that? Because he's not ego driven, he's purpose driven. Purpose is the cauldron. Purpose is the engine. that propels him on the road to his destiny. That's what it is. And when you think about this, oftentimes masculinity is mythical. Masculinity becomes so performative. It's about machismo. It's about me beating my chest as if I'm in a jungle like Tarzan. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Yeah. Life becomes that type of jungle. Life becomes that type of guerrilla warfare. Grenades of gaslighting. Guerrilla warfare type of mindset tactics. Mental missiles against your mindset. Mythical masculinity and machismo is never greater than personal maturity. That's what I got to realize. That's what you have to realize. Dr. King affirmed, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in times of moments, stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. How do I handle the challenges in my life? Do I grow through what I go through? Or do I just put on the pity party hat and just cry, woe is me? And it's going to always be like this. It's going to always be this way. Nothing's ever going to change. Here's what you got to realize. When you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at change. Your perception and your purpose are interconnected. How do I view what I'm going through? How do I view the challenges of what it is that I am grappling with? To be an overcomer, to recover, to be a better brother, son, father, grandfather, husband, spouse in your house, man with a plan. Here's what we got to do. We got to start building each other. Got to stop competing against one another. Because here it is as men. And family, hit the thumbs up button on this live. Hit the thumbs up button on this live. It's all the way live. We know how to be smooth. We know how to be debonair. We know how to act tough when we need to. We know how to put on our guard and our cloak in a false sense of ego bravado. Oh, we know how to act like we got it all together. We have learned those steps as if it was a dance routine. However, do we know how to provide? Do we know how to pray? Do we know how to protect? Do we know how to truly empower one another? Do we know as men how to be authentic, how to be transparent, how to be vulnerable? Come on, family, type OQP. OQP. Only quality people. Am I a quality person who, yes, I expect quality people. But what am I doing to attract quality people? Am I a quality person who is worthy of attracting quality people? And then when I do attract those quality people, what is my level to where I retain those type of relationships? Yeah. Do you know the measure? Let's get into it. The measure of the success of a school, the measure of the success of a college is specifically based not just on retention, but graduation. When people enroll, am I able to retain them throughout the course of their academic tenure? Yeah, so can I retain them? And then can they graduate? Can I retain them where it is that I meet them, keep them, and then lift them to another level with their level of graduation? It speaks to relationships as well, family. Because here's the thing, you know about attraction. You good at that, sis. You good at that, my brother from another mother. You good at that, my sister from another mister. You specialize in attraction. Oh, yeah. You can get the woman, but can you keep the woman? You can get the man, but can you keep the man? You specialize in attraction. You are expert in attraction. But what about retention? Can you keep them when you've attracted them? And then here's the thing. Can you graduate them to another level by them being connected to you? Oh, I love the campus visits. Yeah. Right before I decided to go to Eastern Michigan University, did a couple campus visits. Beautiful oh, wow. I went to some beautiful campuses. Then when you spend time talking to some of the staff, then when you spend time getting to know a few of the people, you say, I don't know if I'm going to stay here. Could it possibly be that, yeah, they're attracted, but then when they really get to know you, when they see your attitude, and your attitude doesn't take them to another level of altitude, when they see your disposition, when they listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth, when they see that your personality is not a fragrance but an odor, ain't no retention going on. They dropping out. They packing their bags. They getting out of Dodge. I have to move into a particular place to where I am able to measure my relationships. You know you look good. You know you sound good. You know you can attract. You know you all that in a bag of Bibles. You know you all that in a suit, in a skirt, and scriptures. But where's your level of retention at? Has that been measured? Where are you at in the place of graduation? Can you all grow and evolve to another dimension? And sometimes we don't go to that next dimension because we ego tripping. Scripture says this, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. Why is that? Pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall, y'all. And a real man knows this. A just man falleth 7 times and getteth back up again. A real man knows this. That is not how many times you've been knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. Fall down 7 times, get back up 8. Despite the odds that are stacked against you, you can't give up. Don't give up. Get up. Family, type get up. Come on, type get up. Get up. Get up. Let's get up. Let's go up higher. I'm talking to some OQP type of people. Listen, family, if you're not a part of our YouTube channel, you need to hit the join button. Do that now. Hit the join button on this channel. I'm not talking about the subscribe button. Yeah, I do want you to do that too. But hit the join button on this channel. We got tiers. Cheers for the 3 tiers. What are those? VIP, because you're a very important person with a very important purpose. Royalty, king and queen, your royalty demands loyalty. Then also OQP, only quality people with an only quality purpose. I want you to subscribe. I want you to join on that particular level. Shout out to all the members of the chat. That's why it's so colorful in here. That means they have a badge. I want you to go ahead and get a badge like they have one. Yeah, membership has its privileges. That's another thing. When you become a badge member, you get access to Connor's Corner. Got some content in Connor's Corner for you. Yeah, this is the content I'll put on my social media. It's not the content that I post for free on my YouTube. No. This is the members only area. Membership has its privileges. Join the glowing and growing community of quality people because you're a quality person. Another thing, if you're not a part of our Eagles community, what are you doing? What are you doing? I need you to make sure that you're joining me in my Eagles community. It's my private group coaching, training, seminars and sessions with accountability partners. Family, type Eagles, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. We're going to another level as we build our businesses, as we build our relationships, as we build our level of communication, as we strategize, mobilize, organize. You don't just go as high as your dream, you go as high as your team. You need to be in a team of eager eagles, empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. I'm teaching what I don't teach here. Join me there. Where's there? TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com. We're talking about the measure of a man. How challenges create champions. I told you to type get up. And here's the thing. The only way to get up is to look up. You are going in the direction of where you're looking. You're headed backwards because that's what you keep looking at. No wonder you got a neck cramp, because you keep looking back. Life is going to the left because that's where you're looking. But what I love about scripture says, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. You'll finish if you look in the direction of the finish line. Ooh, that's good. That's good. You will finish if you look in the direction of the finish line. That's where he is. That's where God is guiding you. Family, type look ahead. Only way to get ahead is to look ahead. You're trying to get ahead by looking backwards. No. How am I measuring my growth? Because what gets measured gets done. What gets rewarded gets repeated. Woo! Only way to get up is to look up and understand that God will lift you above what it is that you're going through. Because I believe that this is indeed the season where men are being made, the mark of a champion, the making of the man as the true champion of what it is that he is. The mark of a true champion is one who makes the best out of their mess. They make the best out of their mess. They create a testimony out of their test. They find ministry out of their misery. They turn and transform the stumbling block into a stepping stone. That's the message. What am I doing to create and find the message out of my mess? Find the best and blessed out of the worst of what it is that I experience. Family, I got a special message for you in the midst of this special message. I don't want you to touch that dial. Stick and stay. More is coming your way. On the other side of this break is breakthrough. After these messages, I'm coming right back. Family, listen and lean in. Don't you think it's time to grow your greatness? No, seriously, it's just us talking. If you intend to soar, you need to visit theeaglesacademy.com/store. Why? Because I want you to join my mailing list. I want you to get all the solutions, the strategies, and the systems to write that best-selling book. You know it's in you. You know it's your time. Time to cultivate your communication skills. Develop, learn the art of communication. So much more. Visit theeaglesacademy.com/store so you can soar. Family, so glad that you're back. Yes, y'all. And we don't stop. Be sure to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. Is this connecting with somebody? Is this message connecting with somebody today? We're talking about the measure of a man. Yes. The measure of a man, how challenges create champions. Fannie Lou Hamer, one of the great civil rights leaders, orchestrators, within the last century, half century plus, declared, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. And here's what I want to ask you. Aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Is there not a cause to break the cycle of illiteracy, ignorance, and incarceration? Aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired of watching our brothers and our sisters being slain in the streets? Is there not a cause for something to stand and fight? Aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired to watching your life disintegrate before your very eyes? Aren't you sick and tired of not holding yourself accountable? Aren't you sick and tired of having goals, but no particular strategies in order to make sure that those goals come to fruition? Aren't you sick and tired of not being the man that God created you to be? Aren't you sick and tired of everybody manipulating you and gaslighting you and using narcissistic tactics to maneuver you and always get you out of place? Aren't you sick and tired of dealing with people who have no emotional intelligence? Aren't you sick and tired of you not developing interpersonally? Well, here's what you got to do. You got to create some changes. You have to be the change that you wish to see. You got to get so upset and so frustrated by who it is that you are and where it is that you are in your life that you say, all right, I'm going to move into a place of fasting. I'm going to move into a place of praying. I'm moving to a place of working, because faith without works won't work. Why do people go to the gym? Why do people work on a particular task? It is simply because they are tired of being where it is that they were, and they want to make some improvement. They don't want to regress. They want to progress. What am I doing to progress each and every specific single day? By holding myself accountable to the leader that I said that I called myself and that I said that I am. You can't lead anybody else until you first lead yourself. How are you leading yourself with the daily task? How are you leading yourself with not procrastinating, but preparing? How are you leading yourself with taking the time for self-care? How are you leading yourself by looking within and being introspective and developing yourself interpersonally? How are you leading yourself? By surrounding yourself with other leaders who are not just going to tell you what you want to hear, but are going to tell you what you need to hear. Who are going to challenge you in times of chaos, in times that are not convenient, in times of challenge and crisis and controversy. That's the ultimate measure. You try to measure yourself with your money. You try to measure yourself with your car and your clothes and your clout, and you still feel depleted. You still oftentimes feel devalued. The community will change when you change. The home will change when you change. The family structure will change when you change. The life that you expect to live will change when you change. And the alarm the alarm that is surrounding us is sounding. But are you listening? Family, type wake up. Type wake up. Type stay woke. Many of us, you are sleeping through a revolution, and it is time to wake up. Here's the revolution. The revolution is self-evaluation. Self-evaluation says I'm willing to hold myself accountable. Self-evaluation says I'm willing to be consciously aware. I dare you to be consciously aware. I dare you to move into a place of, self-criticism. Am I holding myself to the standard where it is that I need to be? Am I showing that I love myself and I value myself? Am I around people who only withdraw from me and never deposit anything of value and substance into my life? What am I doing to participate in that same process? because we like to blame people for where it is that we are and why it is that we are where we are, when you got to look in the mirror. Got to look in the mirror. And here's the thing. The enemy wants to lull you to sleep. My dear sister from another mister, but especially my dear brother from another mother. Enemy wants to lull you to sleep with greed. The enemy wants to lull you to sleep with drugs. The enemy wants to lull you to sleep with criminality and ignorance and a pseudo perception of masculinity. The enemy wants to lull you to sleep when it's time to stay woke. It's a revolution going on. You're not moving into the process of self-evaluation, so now you're comatose. You're knocked out. You snoring through a revolution. The alarm clock is going off in your life and you still don't hear it. Alarm clock is going off in your life. Look at your high cholesterol. Alarm clock is going on in your life. Look at the way your family is. The alarm clock is going off in your life. Look at the state of where you are financially because you spend more than you make. The alarm clock is going off in your life because you're disconnected spiritually. Talk to me, somebody. That's the way you got to measure yourself. Society wants you to measure yourself specifically based on what it is that you have, but not who it is that you are. Your personal worth. When they're projecting that 1 in 3 black males will spend time in prison, we got to have some righteous indignation. We got to have some righteous indignation that will rise and propel us to take some action. We got to declare, we got to decree, by any means necessary, not my son, not my grandson, not my daughter, not my nephew, not my cousin, not my children, not my spouse in my house, not my brother. They will not fall victim to the manacles of depression and oppression when brothers are taking their life due to suicidal ideation, stuck between suicide and homicide. When so many brothers out here are addicted and conflicted, confused, because they've been misused, because they've been misaligned, because they bought into the negative tropes of mythical masculinity, and they keep believing that they have something to prove versus having something to improve. Are you hearing me? The measure of a man is not what you have to prove. It's what are you willing to do to improve? Let me say it twice because it's oh so nice. The ultimate measure of a man, the measure of a man, how challenges create champions, is not about what you have to prove, it's what you're willing to do to improve. How are you measuring your growth? How are you measuring your consistency? How are you measuring your output? How are you measuring your spiritual development? How are you measuring the growth of your relationships? Strategy, structure, solution, system. What is a system? Saving yourself time, energy, and money so that you don't lose your mind, so that you're not giving people a piece of your mind to only be left with just a piece of your mind, but no peace of mind. You got to declare and decree that you will be a catalyst for change in the life of your brothers. From the cradle to college, from the womb to the tomb, all the way through our communities. You got to step on every word that the cynics and the critics and the skeptics and the haters and the naysayers said about you. That's what you got to do. Step on every negative word from the critics and the cynics, the haters and the naysayers. Because you're a mover and a shaker. You're a trailblazer. You're a trendsetter. You're not a follower. You're not just a consumer, you're a producer. You're not just a purchaser, you're a creator. You're not a perpetrator, you're a purpose maker. Got to use the negative steam to power your dream. Step on the backbiting. Use the haters as elevators to rise to the next level. Whatever it is, rise above it. Rise above the negative and rise to the occasion. Family, just type that, rise to the occasion. Come on, tell them. Come on, family, type it. Type your neighbor. You ain't got to tap your neighbor, but type your neighbor. Type your neighbor, say rise to the occasion. Take off the disguise and rise. Press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. Rise. There's a prize. Rise. Take off the disguise. Rise. Strategize. Rise. Mobilize. Rise. Organize. Rise. Prioritize. Rise and keep your eyes looking to the hills from where your help comes, because your help is coming from the Lord. Yeah, come on, family. Type, I got help. I got help. I got help. Don't look like it. Don't feel like it. Frustrated by it, but I got help. Folks who tried to stab you in the back, God always had your back. And guess what? He's got goodness and mercy following you all the days of your life. You have the victory. Adopt that mindset in your mentality. Family, just type it. Type it. Type, I have the victory. Me having the victory is not about how I feel. Yeah. Me having the victory is being in his will. Let me say it twice because it's oh so nice. HTA, Hard Truth Alert. HTC, Hard Truth Conversation. Having the victory is not about how I feel. Having the victory is because I'm centered in his will. You're putting out all these fires of frustration. I get it. Things are seemingly in upheaval. Things are seemingly acting crazy. Everything seems to be out of sort. And you seem to be out of the loop. You have the victory. Adopt that for your mentality. The ultimate measure of a man. The measure of a man is how he transforms challenges into the champion that he is. Well, you're a champion. Just because you've been knocked down don't mean you're not a champion. The champion is the one who got back up. My brother from another mother, my sister from another mister. A champion is not one who was never knocked down. A champion is one who was knocked down, who got back up again. Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest champions of all time. Who was a conscientious objector. So them Viet Cong ain't done me no wrong. Down goes Frazier. Muhammad Ali, greatest boxer of all time, said the canvas is no place for a champion. Been against the ropes. But he did something called rope-a-dope. Yeah, I just gonna get right up on the ropes. And I'm going to use my energy. I'm going to conserve my energy. And then I'm going to come out throwing bombs and throwing shots. You've been against the rope, but don't lose hope. Here's what you got to do. You got to tie a knot at the end of your rope and hang in there. I'm holding on to hope. Even if I'm at the end of my rope. Because a champion is not the one who was never knocked down. Here it is, like my mama told me, a knockdown is not a knockout unless you stay down. You got to get back up again. We fall down. Come here, Donnie McClurkin. Come on. but we get up. For a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up. Family, type get back up. Get back up in the face of depression. Get back up in the face of doubt. Get back up in the face of the lie. Get back up in the face of the abuse. Get back up in the face of mistreatment. Get back up in the face of the divorce. Get back up in the face of the hurt. Get back up in the face of the bankruptcy. Get back up in the face of the financial fracture and fissure. Get back up in the midst of a political divide. Get back up. Put your pride aside. Get back up and stop hiding your gift. Get back up and seek the face of God. Get back up and create. Get back up and produce. Get back up and develop. Get back up and cultivate. Get back up. It's your time to elevate. Family, type elevate. It's a great place right here to sow a seed. I want you to sow a seed into this word that you've heard. Yeah. That's what I want you to do. Sow a seed into this word that you've heard. Because it's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow where you soar. I want you to sow where you grow. This is where you soar into more. This is where you grow. And that's for sure. I want you to sow a seed, and you can do that on any particular level. Yeah, I don't want you to measure your seed against anybody else's seed. We've been having a super conversation. I want you to sow via super chat, super sticker. Scripture says the lady with 2 mites. You could say, oh, there might have been 2 pennies in today's time. However you want to evaluate it, measure it, categorize it. Because she gave out of what she had. Jesus says she gave more than everybody else. Yeah, I want you to give. Not measuring yourself against anybody else, but I want you to give out of your heart, out of your soul, out of your spirit. I want you to sow into your elevation. I want you to sow into your season. I want you to sow into you soaring. I want you to sow into your growth. I want you to sow into the champion that God created you to be against all odds. The champion mindset that you adopted through the tears. The champion mindset that you adopted through the tests that became testimonies. The champion mindset that you adopted through the mess that became your message. The champion mindset that you adopted when everything was fissured and fractured and foreclosed, but you still kept the faith. I want you to sow that seed even now, and you can do that electronically. You can sow via the electronic mediums of Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal as well. EddieConnorJr, Gmail for Zelle. The links are in the chat. The links are in the description of this video. Yes, sow via super chat, sow via super sticker. And as you're sowing your seed, this is what I want you to do. I want you to name your seed, because I believe that God is going to move on your behalf. In the man's life that you love, in the man that you are becoming, in the man that you are growing into, in the woman that you are expecting, my brother. In the man you are expecting, my dear sister, from another mister. I want your soul, because it's not as that you owe, as the seed that you sow, and I'm believing that God's going to do 30, 60, 100-fold in your life. I want you to name that seed as you sow that seed. I'm joining my faith to yours. For God to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. I don't want you to give grudgingly or nor of necessity, but I want you to give, as Scripture says, hilariously, as a cheerful giver. Why I'm cheering? Because I know that what I'm expecting is coming. Listen, when you purchase that product on Amazon, this is what you do. You start checking to see if it's already been shipped 2 seconds after you purchase it. Why? Because you're on tiptoe anticipation. You're in expectation. It says it's going to be here on Thursday, and you're looking for it the next day. You're looking for it on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and you're excited. You're literally about to throw a parade. You're cheering because you're expecting. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to give that cheerful seed because you're expecting God to do something that's going to be mind blowing. If you can expect Amazon, to do something great on your behalf, if you can expect Amazon to do something great on your behalf, why don't you expect an amazing God to do even greater? So where it is that you grow, the links are in the chat, links are in the description, super chat, super sticker. In the midst of the super conversation, I thank you in advance for sowing into good ground. Family, if you're not a member of our YouTube channel, go ahead, become a member. Tap the join button on this YouTube channel, VIP, Royalty, OQP. You can be a member on any of those levels, as well as you want to definitely go where we go, and that is greater, in a greater way, in a greater lane, on a greater level. Once you join us in our Eagles community, I'm teaching there what I don't teach here. I want you to join me there. Where's there? TheEaglesAcademy.com. Tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Join us there. It's time for you to soar into a greater level of success, soar into a greater level of purpose. And it's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor. It's my private group coaching and training sessions that have been absolutely impactful for so many people. And I know it's going to be impactful for you. Where are my accountability partners at? Where are my Eagles at? Drop some Eagle emojis in the chat. Empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. You're going to be at your best and nothing less. Family, in the mix is out of time. But trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. Yes. Stay in the mix with us right here on this YouTube side. And while you're here, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Come on, family. Every like helps to grow my channel. It also helps to push my content out in front of people who may not know that we are here. So more than just my channel, this is our channel. Family, type ours. Let's grow our channel. And then also, once you hit the subscribe button to our channel as well. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get these numbers up. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the subscribe button on our channel. Follow me on all the social sites at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. Come on, family, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, look no further. I'm the man for the job. Invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your graduation, your school, your session. Let's make some progression. All you have to do is just email me, info@eddieconnor.com. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, brother gotta run. But I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. So what's your ETA? Your destiny is waiting for you to launch into your next dimension. You know, I realize one of the greatest gifts that a teacher can give you is speed. What do I mean? They can take what they've learned in decades and give it to you in days, moments, and months, and give it to you and instruct you in minutes. This is exactly what I do in my Eagles community. I want you to go to theeaglesacademy.com right now to get access to my private mentorship group where I coach, teach, train, mentor you to transform your thinking by increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You need to know that you were created to soar into more and become more. I want to be your coach. I want to be your tour guide to help you to navigate the landscape of your potential and take you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. It's your time to move into new realms of abundance, to reimagine, reshape, rethink your life, and influence your future through your spiritual gifts, development of your purpose, the emotional intelligence, relational intelligence, business acumen, to maximize your marketplace mandate, and so much more. And our Eagles community is where we learn, we lead, we laugh, and we love on a greater level. I want you to aspire higher with us. Get your wings to win, and let's soar into more at theeaglesacademy.com. Can't wait to see your face in our digital space.